What is going on, everybody? Hey, happy Friday. Happy Friday. Welcome in. Welcome everybody into the chat, to the chat room, to the Big Matt chat room. That has a good, nice ring to it. It has a good ring to it. So happy to see all of you in here already. So cool. So cool. Got 87 people. Got my wife yelling upstairs. That's nice. Just yelling. I don't know. Sorry about that. Children running around. It's late. It's late. But they couldn't wait. They couldn't have cried earlier. This is how we started out. Oh man, what's going on, everybody? Tom Lawrence was in early. Tom Lawrence, Adam Shelton. What's going on, Adam? He's got Sam Houston winning tonight. Oh, it's the only one he's had. That makes sense. Whiskey Wiggle, how are you? Wendy Miller, Anthony Torres, Dave Markowski, Gary Franchi, friggin' Freedom's in the house, America. Roger D, what's going on, Roger? Justin Jenkins, Matt Junak. Oh, that's a knock joke. Matt Junak, who's there? Matt Junak, obviously. Roger D, Mom's in the house. Hey, Mom, how are you? The old Bev Porter. Miss you, Mom. Jeff Perkins, Bourbon, Ethan Friedman, Tim Evans, T. Hutch, Oak and Smoke, Josh Pence, Whiskey Encore, Tom Lawrence, Nathan Offenser, T. Hutch, John Freund. How's it going? Sugar Kitty, Big League Bourbon. That's a pretty awesome name. I'm still in the minor leagues, but hopefully I'm going to get called up sometime soon. Whiskey Central, hey Shayla, how are you? Ken Runyer, DC, what's going on, DC? Friggin' legend DC himself. Sherry G's in the chat. Hey, Sherry. Michelle Lynn, how are you? We're going to have a good, fun night tonight. This is going to be a nice, wonderful time. It's a good old-fashioned Royal Rumble bourbon skirmish to the death of aged bourbons. It's going to be a good time. Oh, man, scrolling to the bottom, I see one more cast is in the place. Lone Wanderer, Young Pei Chang, how are you? Recline? Is that the new Klein? Or is that just a recline? We'll find out as we go forward, I'm sure. Mike Franklin, how are you? Richard Rose says, beautiful night. Beautiful night. It is beautiful. Abby Who Inks is in his house. Kyle Schmidt, Brian Toner, Daniel Price, Snack Rock. What's going on? Doug H. Caitlin Brubaker. Hey, Caitlin. D. Willett. Todd Kwarsinski. What's going on, Bromo? Phone doctor's in the house in case anybody needs a doctor for their phone. Or maybe oh, wait a minute. Are you a doctor of phones or are you one of the doctors who you call on the phone instead of going to, like, you know what I mean? Like a WebMD kind of deal. I always thought you were like a phone fixer, but you just might be a human fixer on the phone. Different outlook today, I suppose. Cheech Artolino, how are you? Patrick Fulmer. Hey, Patrick. What's going on? Bourbon Baller. Tony Perez. David Sprick. Joe C. Ernie Brubaker, the Brubaker maker himself. Daniel. Justin Kim. Hot Buttery Friggin' Rolls. Mark Royland. Kevin Galloway. This is just what a turnout already. 155 people in the chat. Everybody hit the thumbs up. Let's get it rocking. Let's get it rolling. Let's friggin' do it. Hit the thumbs up. Human fixer. Good. Nice. Zachary Jones is in the house. Says, what's up, you sexy looking son of a bee? Nothing. Just sitting here in a basement, surrounded by blankets hanging from the ceiling. What are you up to? Oh boy. DC says Trev chugged a Clayton James mini. That's a bad idea. That's a bad idea. That stuff is so bad. Yucky McYuckerson. Boy, oh boy. Daniel, $5 super chat. Thank you. Looking forward to see how these rank blind. Going to be fun. Country Ham still wins, Trev. Oh, which one did he pick? I didn't catch the end of it, so I wasn't sure which one he picked. Booker's flights are weird. They all taste the same, and they all taste alike. They're weird. Thanks everybody for coming over from Trev's stream. Appreciate it. Appreciate the little jump over here. Trev's the man. Except for last week, Trev got handled on this channel by Cameron from Drums and Drams pretty easily, I might add. That was a lot of fun. If you guys missed that, go rewatch it. It was hilarious. I had an awesome time. Those guys are the best. Brian Hildebrand says, "What the heck? The heck's up with you?" Man, oh man. Okay, guys, I'm so thankful. This is amazing. It's Friday night. Like, you could be doing anything, literally anything. You could be, anything. But you choose to spend it here, and I can't say thank you enough. I appreciate each and every one of you so much. Dang, what a good time this is going to be. 184 generous, amazing, wonderful sons of guns in this place right now. I love a good squirt bottle. That's good. It's good stuff. Oh, super chat from Adam Shelton. Smoking and Alec Bradley pinkies out with 4 roses. Small batch tonight. Cheers, champ. Hells yeah. Hells yeah. I haven't had a pinkies out yet, but I will, I'm sure. I'm sure I'll have a pinkies out eventually. Freedom is drinking a Russell's Reserve single barrel. Nice. I recently picked one of those up. Camp Nelson A. I haven't opened it yet, but I'd imagine it's going to be tasty. Those Russell's single barrels are fantastic. Mike Stahl says, "It's COVID, we're trapped here." Well, is it getting better than it was though? Like 6 months ago, I'm like, look at all the people that just have nothing else to do. But I feel like there's more stuff to do now. Maybe not. I don't know. But I'm happy that I'm part of your Friday night, no matter what. Shout out Bev Porter. I already said mom. I already shouted her out. That's my mama right there. Long pour it into the mouth. All right, guys. How soon until we get a shout out to Foulmouth, Massachusetts? all night. Foulmouth all night. All day. And twice on Saturday. All right. This is I got some a little bit of news to talk about. Then we'll get into this flight. Guess what? I already have this flight poured. I already poured it, which means I'm getting better at stuff. Like not wasting your time watching me sloppily pour glasses, which is amazing. Nate Russell's in the house. What's going on, Nate? Friggin' Nate Russell. Justin Jenkins with a super chat says, "Any word when Double Oak Bardstown will be released? Really looking forward to it. Love the channel, buddy." I don't know. I think that the Double Oak Bardstown is going to be one of their distillery only, I believe. I'm not sure when though, but I think that's how that's going to work. I think that's going to be their gift shop releases, I believe. Is that Meyer Russell's Reserve a CNA? Yes, it is. Yep, it's a Camp Nelson A, the old Meyer pick. I might have actually had one before. I might have bought one before. I'm not sure if it's the same barrel or not. Probably not, because that was like a year ago. So it couldn't have been. It couldn't be. Thanks, Cheech, for letting everybody know to subscribe. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Oh, and okay. I didn't want to start off on a bad note at all, but there's a little bit of me, which is enough. That's a little bit upset. A little bit. It's like, what the heck? So on YouTube, they give you like all these tools to learn about your audience and stuff. There's like nobody who's getting notifications. Literally nobody. There's some, literally some, but not enough. Like, turn your notifications on. It helps. The more people who watch the video early, the better the video is supposed to do, I think. So the notification bell, click it and click all. Because it was like a very low number that was of my subscribers that had notifications turned on. I was surprised. I was shocked. Not really. But I kind of was surprised. I was like, oh, that's really weird that there's not more people who do that, which actually helps with live streams too. But I don't know. Thought you guys loved me. Thought you loved me. Suppose not. Nate Russell, any concern with Discovery Series 5 adding Dickel into the blend? No, I mean, I don't. So I blended with the stuff. I was able to use all those ingredients to help like put together a blend for Discovery 5, and it was different blending with it. But it's like 17-year Tennessee whiskey, but no, I mean, I believe that whatever they put out in the market that says Discovery Series on it is going to be fantastic. I don't think that they'd release anything that wasn't. So, and then a lot of people who've been getting these new Dickel single barrels, a lot of them have been really enjoying them, the 15-year ones. So I'm assuming that, I mean, it's a lot of the same stuff. So I don't know. I don't have any concern at all. No, I don't think that it would. I don't think that they would release something that was, questionable at all. I'm excited for it. I can't wait. Hopefully I get my hands on one soon. I think that the release is actually coming sooner rather than later. Hopefully. It's going to be cool. It's going to be cool to get my hands on one of them. Abnormally Weird is in the house. What's going on? All right. People do get the notifications. Hot Buttery Roll says, I was pretty impressed. Friggin' Buttery Rolls. I love you, dude. We need to talk soon, for sure. Oh, yeah. Hit 17,000 subscribers this week, like yesterday or something. Weird and incredible and blows my mind. Blows my mind so bad. What in the world? Like, weird. Oh, hit my light. I'm awkward tonight. I'm sorry. I'll get over it. I'll get through this. I'll get through the awkward phase. Just have to have a drink or three. Brent Anderson, your opinion on which is better, OGT 114 or Turkey Rare Breed? Oh, Rare Breed for sure. Rare Breed is way better, but it's also like almost double the price. So I'd say, Old Grandad 114 is like a super good budget bourbon in my mind. Wild Turkey Rare Breed is a legitimate ass-kicking barrel-proof bourbon that competes with a lot of really, really great stuff. Justin Jenkins, 17,000 shots it is. Who's got the Jaeger bombs? Hey, bring me the Jaeger bombs. Some Jaeger bombs. 17,000 Jaeger bombs. Let's do them. I make awkward sexy. That's nice of you to say. That's nice of you to say. I got a bottle of the NASA Family Reserve stuff. Not the one I blended, but just like the standard batch. I got a bottle of it. It's super good. Any of you who like to run across it in the wild, I know it's in Minnesota and a few other states. For $40, it's like super solid American whiskey. That's what this is right here. So good. I love that. Bardstown Discovery 3, $170. Thoughts? Never tried any Bardstown product. That's a lot of money. But, there are that bottle at $170 is a lot better than some bottles that kind of go around that price and stuff. It's over MSRP, but I'd say that it's not. I got a buzz. Sorry about that. I'd say 170 is not like out of the maybe. It's a maybe. If you can find a 4, for cheaper, get a 4. They're a little bit different. Notifications like crazy. Kind of funny actually. You know what? Let's read it. Let's read it because a little behind the scenes. Let's do a little behind the scenes. Okay. Tonight, you will see that this flight I'm drinking is coming out, and I'm drinking them out of these. These are like the Visky Scotch tasting glasses, and everybody always asks me about them. So I wanted to see if there was like a program, an affiliate program with them or anything like that. So I sent them an email, like, I don't know, almost a month ago, introducing myself and just telling them I love their stuff and wanted to know if, you know, they had an affiliate program. They never responded at all, nothing. So then I sent them a message on Instagram. I was like, maybe we went to the wrong email. It didn't respond. So I sent them kind of a mean message. I was like, hey, just say no if you don't want to do it. Like, the fact that you don't respond at all kind of sucks, because like, if you have customers with questions, I'd hope that you responded to them. Well, they just responded. Oh, they're very nice. They're very nice. So I shouldn't have. My bad. But it was just buzzing, and I saw who it was, and I was like, oh, I gotta read it. Hey, Gregory Wyatt's in the house. Says funniest reviewer. No hands down. No, whatever. That's BS. Bourbon Wrench is here at 13 Bookers deep. 13 Bookers deep. They said that they would reach out to me, or that they would review. I don't know. They were nice. It's kind of funny. I want you to get those glasses in your hands for cheaper, like some sort of like a discount to you, where I can send you to their website and you can buy them with a discount. Like, I scratch their back, you scratch their back, and maybe they, like, you know, massage my shoulders a little bit, just a little bit. Because I've sold a lot of their glasses, a lot, like messages every week saying, hey, what are those? Where do I get them? And I'm like, let me tell you. And then they couldn't even respond to me. And I was like, oh, that sucks. So then they just did. I don't like being ignored, I guess. Come to find out. What else? Where was I? We were talking about the subscribers. That's really good. We were talking about, oh boy. Oh, Discovery Series. Yeah. Try to find a 4. 4s are like out there, and they are, you know, just as good or better than the 3. I'd say get a 4. A lava lamp. Oh, is it like you're talking about this back here? It's like, I have these LED lights powered by batteries, and the frame rate of the camera doesn't match the light's frequency or something like that. So it does that. Super weird. Fred Sentner, drinking with my friends tonight. Love you, man. Love you, Fred. Friggin' Fred. ADHD barrel pick incoming? No, not yet. Just that blend I did with Cat's Eye, and then I'll be doing the blend with Bardstown Bourbon Company in the next few months. So look out for that. But yeah, hopefully a barrel pick will be coming soon at some point. I'm not sure with who, but that'd be cool. Oh, the whiskey glass sure looks like a lava lamp. A little bit. Kind of like a little bit. It kind of does look like a lava lamp. Yeah. Lava lamps are badass. I should get one. The matte blend? Yes, Aaron, the matte blend. Okay. We got some cool things happening on this side of the screen and all over the place. A few things. if you are in a market that sells Bardstown Bourbon Company, keep your eyes out on Instagram and Facebook, because I've not really been working with, but kind of. They're the people who they work with for their their media kits and stuff like that, and their advertising. They asked my permission to use some of my footage from my videos of from their products, and there's some Bardstown advertising that's going to be out there with my mug on it, which is pretty cool. So keep your eye out if you're in a market that sells Bardstown Bourbon Company on Instagram and Facebook for this guy doing the same crap he always does. It's super silly, but really weird and kind of cool. I don't know. Never thought that would ever happen, but things keep changing and getting weirder by the day, it seems. Gotta hydrate. I realized that last week. Woke up Saturday morning pretty dehydrated, not feeling the best, especially after Trev and Cameron kept me up so late. Sons of guns. Alec did. Alex says, I saw an ad from them with a video of you on Facebook. That's awesome. You're the first person who has said that they've seen it. I know that it was supposed to go live, I think, on Wednesday night, but I didn't know that you're the first person who can confirm that it's out there. That's so cool. So cool. Andrew Kelly, too. Saw a video for number 4, I think, pop up for you on Facebook's Bardstown feed. Heck yeah, that's super cool. Yep. So I guess it is out there. It's weird. They don't sell Bardstown here yet in Michigan, so I don't expect them to be advertising here, but hey, super cool and weird. Next thing. You guys remember Beagle Rare, right? Some of you probably don't. There's 250 of you in chat. Holy crap. Thank you, guys. A long time ago, I started a collaboration with a lot of other YouTube channels and podcasts. It was for charity. It was basically an infinity bottle that I made a label for, and it went to all these YouTube channels, and everybody tasted it, reviewed it, and then added a whiskey that came from their collection that they thought would make a bottle better. So it was like an infinity bottle that every channel added to. And then in the end, it went to Dixon Dedman at Kentucky Owl. He tried to fix it, and then we auctioned it for charity. That was last June was when that charity auction was. And it's time for number 2. It's time for Old Charter Whiskey Distillery release number 2. So here's how it's going to work. Currently on my Patreon page, I have a poll running. The poll is asking for everyone's advice who's in my Patreon to vote for who they want to see participate in this year's collaboration. I really wish I could do everybody, because that'd be so cool and awesome. But there's so many channels that it would take forever for it to happen. So I can't include everybody this time around. So there's going to be 10 channels plus another one. And the way it's going to work is like this. Once the poll closes on Sunday, the poll's going to run through Sunday on Patreon. And then the 10 channels who receive the most votes will be included in this year's Old Charter blend. Dan and Sean from the Bourbon Junkies have agreed to help out. And what I'm doing is I'm sending not really sending them a bottle. I'm sending them the names of the channels. The names of the channels who are included in this. So all 10 channels. Dan will then get a bottle. There it is. Labels will be here tomorrow or Monday. the bottle. And then Sean will get a bottle. There they are. Those are the old charter blends, the beginning. They will then run a draft. And just like in the NFL or NBA, they will choose which channels they want on their team. So Dan will pick 5 channels, and Sean will pick 5 channels, and it'll be Team Dan versus Team Sean. At the end, these blends will be sent to judges who I haven't spoken with yet, but I'm hoping to get a few big names on board who will agree to judge these things and determine a winner. So there'll be 11 channels, including Dan and Sean from the Junkies, included in this. And then at the end, we'll auction off both of them. But it's a competition. Both of these blends are exactly the same to start. Which team can create the best blend by sending it to 5 other groups of people and them all working on it together? So to me, it sounds like so much fun. Guarantee they F it up, says Justin Jenkins. Oh, for sure. Definitely for sure. So this one it's got a different name. It's not called Beagle Rare this time. It's another old charter release. And these are the bottles. Going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. Last year was so cool. So much fun. I don't know. It's also going to be interesting because the way this is going to work, they're team captains. So Dan can pick the order that he wants the bottle sent to, and then he can choose to get it last, or he can choose to have it first. It's like who gets it last on his team, who brings up what's that called? Who brings up the rear or gets the battalion thing last? You know what I mean. So it's a strategy too. So I don't know. I'm excited about it. Hopefully it all works out. Hopefully no bottles get lost or broken. Last year went actually surprisingly well. So that's That's super cool. I'm super excited. I'm going to get into this flight. It's time. You guys don't want to sit here and listen to me blab. You want to sit here and listen to me drink, which is weird. All right, we're good. 252 in chat. Thank you so much for being in here. Let's get this flight underway. Let's do it. The relay anchor. Yeah, that's it. Who's the anchor? That's the word I was looking for. Patrick Fulmer. Thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate you. Appreciate the heck out of you. How did you get those labels off, Soakum? Yeah, most of the time I just use hot water and soap. But usually the really hot water will get the adhesive hot enough where you can scrub it off with like a dish rag. These are Belmead bottles. Those labels are on there really good. I actually had to use a little bit of Goo Gone on a rag. So a little bit of Goo Gone, got them right off for show. Matt J says he wants to hear me read bottle labels for 2 hours. So that's another thing on Patreon. I released a Patreon only video and it's terrible. It's a real bad video. But it was basically kind of like an ASMR video on trying to get you to sleep by talking about whiskey. And I sampled some whiskey and talked about how you should be sleeping. And I whispered it. And just I made everybody fall asleep for sure. But it was not that great of a video and slightly embarrassing. So I just put it on the old Patreon. Didn't release it publicly because maybe eventually there'll be a better version. But that one was not the best. What I'm doing right now is I'm actually numbering these glasses. So they're labeled on the bottom A through F, but now I'm randomly assigning them numbers. So I'm totally blinded. I don't know which one is which, but I can keep them straight. And I can refer to them as glass 1 through 6. So we don't get confused about which is which when it comes to my notes, my terrible tasting notes. Don't drink the Gugon. Great idea, Roger D. Love the Matt talks you to sleep video. Yeah. It's pretty, I don't know. It was funny too because I didn't edit it. So it was literally me just talking the entire time. The camera never. DC says he didn't sleep because those bottles were hitters. Except for the Dickel wasn't that great. Marine Franchi, thank you so much. Whisper sweet whiskey tales to us, Matt. I could do that. I'll make a video where I don't, instead of me drinking, I will literally just grab a bunch of bottles that have stories and stuff on them, and I'll just read them like that. Because when I started having to drink, and everything, it kind of threw off the flow and the mojo. But if I just read labels, heck, I could do that for a few hours, for sure. All right, I've got these glasses numbered 1 through 6. And if you don't know what we're drinking tonight, it's a flight of like extra aged bourbon. Number 1. I don't know what number 1 is, but like the first one that I'm talking to you about. Old Soul 15. This one, which is just about gone. Old Soul 15. It's from Cathead Distillery, and it is that has the weird mash bill, the 78.5% nutty mash bill. We have Doc Swinson's. It's a rare release. It's the 15-year release number 6, Doc Swinson. Then the Calumet Farm 14, the Sam Houston 14, Tennessee 01. There is the Woodford Reserve Very Fine Rare Whiskey, which doesn't actually have an age statement on it, but it's old. And then the Knob Creek 15, the limited edition 15. That's what we're doing. Dropping stuff. Ooh, $200 for the Doc Swinson. That's going to be a pass. Cheech. Thanks, Cheech. This is very important. Subscribe to ADHD Whiskey and set notifications to all. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Matt Madness. I can't steal their song. I refuse to. I refuse to. Bob Balkovac, awesome name, says, new to your channel and watch your Christmas Advent series today. Great content. Thanks, Bob. That's a lot of content for a day, but appreciate it. Whiskey Nose says, Marty and Jenny in the house. Let's drink up. Let's do it. First glass. Glass number 1. Oak. No joke. Vanilla oak, cherry oak. Nice. Wow, okay. I love this. I love the heck out of it. That's amazing. Cheers, Marty and Jenny. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Mark Royland says, you got me at Patreon only. Cheers. Cheers, Mark. I've been trying to be a little more active on Patreon lately with lenses and stuff. It's going to be, I owe it to you folks for being so kind and awesome to me. Just going to be a little bit more behind the scenes action. A little bit more lenses, a little bit more just random stuff. And if you hate it, tell me to stop. But until then, I'm just going to keep her going. Univ Poke says he watched all the Beagle Rare content in about a day and a half last week. It was awesome. It was awesome. Everybody, it was so cool. Everyone, 2s and 7s look alike. Yeah, I screwed that up. It's a common mistake, I'd say. Tom Warren says, no likes in the house tonight. Hopefully they pop in. I've missed them. Friggin' love them. Hopefully they make it in. If not, then I get it. They have lives too. They have lives. But damn it, it's Friday. Where the heck are they? Where the heck? Birdhouse BMX. Dang, the World Top Whiskey Taster pick is going to be Patreon only, which the What do you mean? Which one? The Bardstown thing? The Bardstown thing is going to be distillery only at Bardstown Bourbon Company's in their gift shop. Okay, this is trying to get past the oak, but it's like it's so there. But this weirdly reminds me of the Turkey 17 bottled and bond that I miss so much. That would definitely be in this flight if I still had some. ISO, Turkey bottled and bond, 17 year, just saying. John Burnett's in the house. Driving from Nashville to Chicago soon. If it were you, what whiskey tour would you take? In Chicago? I don't know, Binny's? The Binny's tour? Yeah, if you guys Whiskey Knows, go check out their channel too. Absolutely, all the channels in here. Feel free to Feel free to go ahead and post links all the time. Of course, we all support each other. Heck, let's get everybody just subbed up. Let's freaking do it. There's a lot of like cream saver strawberry on here. The old cream saver candies that has smells creamy. It smells like a creamy strawberry oak. And I love it. I love the smell of this one for sure. I got to taste it. I need to taste it. I don't want to lose your comment, Mr. Poke. I'll go back right to it. Just my brain is all over the place right now. So focus on this taste, Matt. Focus so hard. That's nice. The oak is no joke. It's a little bit bitter oak. It's more sour than sweet. It's very good. I do enjoy it a lot, but I don't think this is going to be my favorite one. Maybe, I don't know. A lot of oak influence on this one. I think it's really enjoyable. There's some citrus in there, which is adding to the sour. Coats the mouth really well. The finish is a little bit bitter though, but it's good. Don't get me wrong. I love it, but I was expecting it to taste a little bit better based off the nose for glass one. So you're not out of the running, glass one. I still love you, but need to move on to glass two. So we're not here for 6 hours. Eunice Polk says, what do you know about a whiskey Bible? Do you have one like the junkies do? I think it's like a bourbon journal to keep track of what you drank, when, and with whom. Oh no. All that information's here and on the internet with videos. I'm not that organized. I wish I could say I had that. I wish I could say that I could manage something like that. This over on this side of the screen is a total disaster. I'm a mess. Big mess. Big, gigantic, unorganized, disorganized mess. If I had one of those, it would either be blank or ruined or filled with like smiley face pictures from my children. But maybe one day. I strive to have something like that one day. I'd hope to be able to do that one day for sure. Oh boy, missing stuff. Yeah, Bardstown, any other distillery only releases? They're starting that now. I think I can't remember what they're calling it. It's like a distillery series, or I'm not sure what they're calling it, but they're starting it soon. They're going to have releases at the distillery often. Branson Reynolds, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Love this channel, you son of a gun. I feel like you need a smoking chair and an ascot and maybe a little light jazz. I'm not, I mean, the ascot is spoken for. I'm more of a sweater vest guy for sure. And a smoking chair would be great if I wasn't in an Airbnb. That's another, obstacle right there. But jazz, hell's yeah, a little bit of jazz would be badass. I took the cap off of this minutes ago and didn't smell it until now. Way less oak on this on glass 2. A lot more grapiness, like a candy grape. Kind of skittly, like the purple bag of Skittles. Not the red bag, but the purple bag for sure. When will I do another cigar video? When it warms up outside enough, I'll do one for sure. For show. Is there a release date for your Bardstown blend? Not yet, Grant. I'm going down there at the end of May, and hopefully they have the stuff there to blend up. They said that they're waiting on some barrels, some sourced stuff to come in, and it should be there when I go down there, but it might not be. But it could be, and if it is, and Steve and I get together and make something, put something together, then it shouldn't be too long after that. So this summer, for sure, which is incredible and so cool to say. Guys, Bardstown Bourbon Company is pretty badass for just letting, like, I don't know. Focus, just focus. I'm working on it. I'm trying. The Skittles have kind of left the building. No, they haven't. They're right there. I found them again. I relocated them. Like a GPS tracker. Pinpoint precision on the old nose. This is driving me nuts with the old notification. How am I so like, geez, can't keep focus for 1 second? Everything's throwing me off. The nose on glass number 2 is different. It's a little bit more fruit-like, a little bit more candy-like. But, I wonder what this, I gotta taste it. I gotta see what this tastes like. It's gotta be different. Surprisingly similar. Nuttiness. There's significant nuttiness on this one. Nuttiness with like not really a rat. Oh, okay. See, this is people give me shit about this because people haven't heard about it. I'm thinking red fruit in my head. I'm thinking red fruit, and I'm trying to place which one. It's not a cherry. It's not a strawberry. It's not a raspberry, but close. Like, where does this fall? It's not a cranberry. It's a little bit more bitter, a little more sour. It's a thimbleberry. Friggin' thimbleberry. It's an oaky thimbleberry. And that is the truth. It's an oaky, nutty thimbleberry, to be frank. It's, I wonder if that's got to be the Knob Creek. It has to, or one of the products that contains Jim Beam, possibly. It's a pretty nutty bugger. All right, scrolling through chat. My chat is just not keeping up. What the heck? All right, I scroll down to the bottom. Let's see if I missed anything very important. Retype it. I just scrolled to the bottom to get caught up here. Never had a thimbleberry. Isle Royal. It's like the largest, maybe the largest. It's a national park. It's in the middle of Lake Superior. Well, kind of close to Canada. But that's where I've had thimbleberries. They grow wild there. And they're good. A little bit sour, but good. All right, glass number 3. Between glass number 1 and glass number 2, I'd have to taste them side by side to determine a winner. They're not different enough for me right away to say the one's better than the other immediately. I think that 2 is a little bit nuttier than number 1. The noses are different. I don't know. No clear winner between those two. Acai. I freaking love acai. When we were in Connecticut, acai bowl guy. Love me some acai bowls with Nutella. Oh, yeah. So good. All right. Glass 3. Oh, that's nice. That's like chocolatey fruit oak. Oh, interesting. The thimbleberries taste like thimbleberries. That's a good movie. Schnozberries. Fred Sentner asks, what do you think of Traverse City since you were in Michigan? Traverse, like the actual city or the whiskey? The city itself. I used to live like when I was little. I used to live kind of by there, and it's cool to visit once in a while. It's very, very like touristy town. Lots of resorts and stuff, and we go and hang out there. We actually went there like a month ago and stayed at a hotel right before we moved to this new place. It's nice, real nice. Cherry Festival, friggin' cherries. Cherry capital of the world, from what I understand. The whiskey? If we're talking about the whiskey, then I've dabbled a little bit, tried some things that I like, tried some things that I didn't like. I don't like the fact that they're not transparent about where their whiskey comes from when they source stuff. Like, tell us where you sourced it from. You legally kind of have to. On the label, you have to tell us where it was distilled. So when you don't do that, not only are you breaking the law, the whiskey law, but you're also kind of like not really helping us out at all, which is dumb. So do that, please. Eric McDaniel says, Porter. What's up, Eric? DC $5 super chat. I think we all want to hear you say, that's a nutty bugger and an oaky thimbleberry in your best poo voice. Oh, no. Maybe Will from the podcast can jump on here and be like, I can't even access my terrible poo voice right now because it's impossible to do. That's a nutty but that's bad. What does poo say? Oh, see, now you got me off on down a real weird dirt road of dumb. Oh, bother. No, whoa. Okay. DC, tonight's not the night. No, can't do it. Kind of want to try. Maybe later. Remind me later. After a few more sips of whiskey, maybe I'll give it another go. Traverse City Cherry in the old fashioned. I know they make a barrel strength Traverse City Cherry too, which is pretty interesting. Haven't had that. I've had the regular cherry. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember. It wasn't like, it didn't really leave an impression on me. So Jesse Estrada, do you have a Connect, or will you be getting your hands on any of the new Smoke Wagon releases, like the Elevator batch? I don't have any connections at all. I don't even. No, nothing like that. If I get one, it'll be because I got lucky and found one, or because somebody was extra generous and sent me something like that. But I don't have anybody that is like a connection to say for sure. Oh, bother. That's terrible. Oh, Oh, my mom coming in with some thimbleberry knowledge. Also available in the Keweenaw Peninsula, in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, Copper Harbor and surrounding areas. So yeah, northern Upper Michigan. Glass 3 is different. Glass 3 is a little bit different here. But why? It's an oaky bugger. It's a little bit drying. It's got a little bit of like nut shells, a little bit of peanut shells, like the dust of a peanut shell. It's not my favorite either. It's good. A little bit bitter on the end. Didn't really. It's lower proof. It's definitely a little bit lower proof than the first two. I think I put 1 and 2 ahead of 3 at this point. At this point, I think. Pretty sure. Could be wrong. Marshall Webb Jr. scored a Calumet 14 and an Elijah Craig Barproof A121 today. First time for either drinking along with you. Cheers, Matt. Cheers, Marshall. Thanks for the super chat. And the Calumet 14's in here somewhere. It's in here somewhere. Where is it at? We'll find out later on. So I have the results, like the actual the key for these glasses, and I don't want them to be sitting here to see when I reveal, so I'm going to put it somewhere. So if I need your help finding it, it's on the top shelf. If I forget, and I've been known to forget a time or two. I have. Let's go. Oh, I think I missed something again. Son of a bee sting. Come on, Porter, get it together. Where are you, a rookie? Kinda. Freedom comes in with a $5 super chat. Picked up another bottle of Rare Breed today from our local store I've made a friendship with. One of my favorites. Hells yeah. Okay, this one. All right. The nose on number 4 is opening the door to wonderfulness and smiles. Big smiles. I like that. Lemon? Oaky lemon? Yeah, this smells like has like a tea, like a lemon tea note to it. Very berry noted and barrel on the palate. The Calumet. Yeah, this is really, really nice. Like, this is my favorite nose by far so far. By far so far. All right. Down the hatch. Glass number 4. What the heck is that? Dang it. Is it because I just sipped water? The palate was not even like, what was that all about? It is no. Why? Who are you? Who does number 4 work for? It is very thin, very light. The lemony part comes through a little bit, but it's no lemony snicket. It's not. It's not a lemony snicket at all. It's like a lemony friggin' imposter. I'm not. Okay, number 4. I think you're going to come in last, buddy. Your nose was so good, and then your palate did not follow the rules that I set forth in this thing. Dave Rose, $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Dave. Appreciate the heck out of you. Appreciate the heck out of you so much. And then Ernie Brubaker says, sipping on some Owl 10 in our ADHD glasses to celebrate a successful match day for Caitlin. Successful match day. She met somebody on Match.com? Thought you were getting married. What the heck is a match day? I'm telling your fiance that you had a successful match day because what did you do? Who did you match with today? I guess the Brubaker maker doesn't like the old feng shui. Is that what's happening here? Intrigued, ready to listen. Ears are open. Speak up, Caitlin. What's happening here? Class number 5. Yes, class number 5. Nice. These are weird to nose altogether because of just the amount of age on them. So there's really no break in the oak. It's more like there's a lot of oak with subtle differences. Some a little bit more or less subtle than others. But this one smells kind of like the last one. I would say the nose on this is a little bit muted compared to some of them. What state is your Sam Houston? This is a Tennessee 01 from the great DC himself. Oh, Nate Russell says Woodford very fine air. Could possibly be because it didn't really overwhelm the old nose or the old palate. Hey, Keith Rollins, $5 super chat. Thanks so much. Enjoy these Friday nights watching you, Matt. Thanks. I don't get it. I don't know how 230 of you are in here watching this. I feel like I'm boring. What? Why? I need to start breaking some stuff around here and causing a ruckus to make this interesting. And people want, like, I'm surprised people don't just drop like flies. I wouldn't stick around for this crap. Hey, Matt, do something better than what you're doing. That's what I would say. And then over here, it's hard. I'm just a boy. I'm just a boy with a what the heck. What? I think okay. Hear that? It's an alarm. I set an alarm. I couldn't have said that at a better time. I'm gonna taste class 5. Oh, I like number 5. Vanilla, a little bit of honey. Grease. Somebody's gonna slap me for that when they talk to me, especially Will. Just got some honey, and I can't do it. Man, where's Will when you need him? So I set an alarm for 11 o'clock. Right when I was talking about how boring I am and how terribly difficult it must be to watch me, I get a super chat from Whiskey Encore. Thank you for always being supportive of other channels. No, everybody. Thank you for the super chat. You don't have a super chat. Of course, we're supportive because everybody's awesome. And a rising tide raises all ships is what I was once told by a very familiar person in this community, Mr. Daniel Shook. And, we kind of live by that. So the more the merrier. My mom is mad. She says if I start breaking things, I'll be put in timeout. All right. So since I was so upset with myself about being boring, an hour in, I was like, you know who I should probably just bring on for a moment to talk about something that I'm going to be involved in next month. There's a little thing called Whiskey Weekend Batch 3 that's happening in Louisville. And I was like invited as a special guest. And I'm not quite sure what they meant by special now that I think about it, but I kind of have an idea. And now I'm not so sure I'm cool with it, but I'm still going. So I just wanted to bring on Mr. Grease, Reagan Grease from the podcast. What's up, dude?
Yeah, one of the better adjectives for you, Matt, is special. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're freaking special. And I'm just kidding. You are special. You're special. It's fun. I've been drinking and watching stand-up comedy. Nate Bargatze.
Oh my God, dude. The Tennessee Kid.
Oh, yeah, heck yeah, he
I
is.
love him, dude. Nate, he's my favorite comedian, but he has been for years.
Yeah.
Then he was just on Joe Rogan, and I'm like, I feel like the people who liked a band before they became cool,
Oh yeah.
and now he's on Joe Rogan, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what's up, Nate Bargatze?
Yeah, he's crushing it. Crushing.
Oh my gosh,
Anyway.
dude, the joke about how he like the what was shit the dead horse joke where
Oh yeah.
you never think about like you always see horses, but you never think about what happens when they die. Like, what you have to call your friends and have them come over to help you move a dead horse. Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
His
It's so good. It's so
That's- yeah.
good. Oh man. How are you doing, man? You good?
I'm better now. You know what?
What?
For some reason lately, I think I've had a lot of guests on, so I've been talking to people. And then when I do these by myself, all of a sudden, again, I'm getting like super anxious and weird. And I feel it, and like it's creeping me out a little bit. And I feel like I'm like, this is probably boring the shit out of everybody. And then I saw your face, and I feel a million times better.
No, man.
Maybe it's you. I don't know.
Dude, I mean, I feel like Will and I have gone through a big stage like that. I mean, we haven't talked about it, but I mean, yeah, I mean, there's so much over analyzing you as a person, and as a personality online, or whether it's on a podcast or YouTube channel. And there's this like added pressure of, who you are, who you want people to think you are, and how they interpret it back. It's weird. It's a weird place, man, but you just fight through and go.
Dude, I want to have you like, I didn't listen to a word you said.
Oh,
but I
okay.
want, because you started talking about analyzing. You said analyze you, and then I thought you were talking about how you and Will analyze me, and I was wondering why you were doing that. And then I realized that you were talking about how you analyze yourselves, I think. But I was pretty far gone before that.
Yeah.
But I wanted to have you on because Whiskey Weekend Batch 3 is coming up.
Yeah.
At the end of April 21st, right? April
22nd through the 25th.
I'm getting there early. Mentally, I'm already there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I know that there's still a few tickets left. And I was like, you know what? Tickets are only on sale for the next few days.
Like 2 days.
I don't like 2 days.
Like 2 days. Because I have to submit all these like merch stuff. Because like when they come, they get this like swag bag thing. And
Did you see my message declaring the size shirt I needed?
Oh yeah.
Were you impressed?
No.
It's always fun writing out extra.
Mm-hmm.
That's always a fun thing.
No,
so
I think we can do up to 6, man. So
I can keep growing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We can accommodate you, buddy.
So this wasn't as much. This might seem like it, but it's not it. This isn't me. This isn't me having you on as to throw a sales pitch, because I don't ever want to like try to talk people into spending money or like buying tickets for anything, or like the reason I wanted to have you on is because in case there's 234 people here, in case somebody out there hasn't heard about it yet, and it's something if they're interested in that and they want to go and they hadn't heard about it, and then they find out later and they're like, oh man, I wish I would have known. So tell everybody what it is, how cool it is, what kind of stuff you got going on, and where they can learn more if they want to. And then I will kick you out of here so hard.
So hard. Well, number one, you're the man. Thank you so much for having me on, and thank you for saying, or at least thank your wife for saying yes for you to come to Whiskey Weekend. So so Whiskey Weekend is essentially, we've done it now. This is the third batch coming up. So this is our third year doing it. And we had our listeners originally, and now it's kind of branched out, kind of broader than that, but it just brings people from around the country, and we've had people from France and Canada fly in and stuff like that. And
We
and we congregate in Kentucky, and we do some fun stuff. In previous years, we got to do a pretty big exclusive Buffalo Trace tour. The next year, we ended up being able to tour Bernheim, which is not open to the public in Louisville. So this year was a challenge just because you can't take 100 people to a distillery right now. I'm like, hey, what's up, guys? We just rode these 2 huge shuttle buses,
but we
butterfly
were
kissing all the way here.
we were wearing masks.
Yeah, let us into your distillery. But so anyway, but this year we're basically having a distillery come to us every night to do tastings. We've got special guests with you. It's bourbon night. BS and Bourbon and Dixon Deadman. Dixon Deadman is doing like an exclusive Kentucky Owl tasting, which is awesome. And then we do these VIP tastings as well. And we've got a fun little twist with that this year, which is super fun and cool. That I'm not going to spoil it. It's just going to be fun when you get there. What else, Matt? I don't know. That's about it. It's a lot of drinking and hanging out.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Especially since we haven't hung out together ever. And this and it's kind of like it's like
that's why we start the night with like a 2-hour hang, and like everybody's getting there and getting all their swag and stuff like that. And then there's kind of like some entertainment and like a welcome thing. But then it's like, all right, it's a hang alongside the distillery tastings that night.
Right.
But yeah, that's the big focus, is just hanging.
I feel like after 2020, starting to do this stuff again is a little bit awkward and strange. And it's like dating again for the first time. You know what I mean? It's like we're all just going to look at each other from about 12 feet away and be like, hi, can we party now?
Right.
And then Grease will be like, and party. And then we'll just.
Dude, I got the vaccine like 3 days ago.
You did?
I've gotten like hives. I didn't get hives. No, it was great. I got that J&J one, the 1 dose and done, dude. Because that's how I like to do it. I like to just, you know what I mean? I don't want to.
I don't want anything once.
I don't want to drink half a bottle now and half a bottle a month later. I want the whole bottle right now.
Yeah, it's a terrible analogy, but I get it.
Man,
I'm bad at going back. Is my thing. It's like, if you need me to come back, like what happens if you don't go back for the second one? Is it not, like, I don't know. Just get me all over with, But so that's good. You got that. That's amazing.
Yeah. So I can. I was known for butterfly kissing people, so I can do that again. Which was super beneficial to me, because honestly, when Costco like shifted to the whole like you got to wear a mask in here, you can't shop, I could still do my thing. Because like just the masks, it's like people that kiss on the lips, like they're having a problem during this whole thing. I was completely fine because I'm a daggum butterfly kisser.
It's a song, isn't it?
Oh yeah. It's a daggum song. Tear jerker. That's what it is.
So if anyone out there is interested, go to whiskeytainment.com.
There's zero chance.
What?
There's zero chance they're interested. They're like, dude,
there's 242 people in here. Hopefully,
dude is weird.
I mean, they're looking at 2 of them.
No, I'm just. I'm like, dude, I'm not. Wherever that dude leads, zero chance I go.
He likes bourbon. He likes Nate Bargatze. He likes bourbon. He knows Dixon Deadman. I mean, those are all pretty good things. He rocks a backwards hat pretty well. He drinks out of a decanter.
Okay, okay. So up until that point, you were describing yourself too. Now you're sauntering to the decanter.
Yeah, well, I was working that way. He's extra greasy.
Mhm.
Oh, does Will get wheezy at Whiskey Weekend, or is that a different event?
Yes. Everybody thinks that I'm the loose cannon, and everybody was waiting for it. And then Will was zero responsibility for about 3 days, completely just goes nuts. So much so that it's uncomfortable at times. And so he was nicknamed the Wheeze during batch 1. And then so we named batch 2 Return of the Wheeze, which actually he simmered and I thrusted back into the lead in batch 2. So I don't know where we're headed for batch 3, but I regained.
Tom Lawrence wants to know he says, what is Grease's camera with the killer autofocus? He's a professional videographer, if that's a word.
Are you weirded out right now that like I can get this close and it stays on me and then I can just
watch
back
this
up like this?
Suck on that. I have focus. I have focus from here to here. Anywhere else? Nope. She gone.
Well, the great thing is I was booting up to connect with you and I turned my monitor on, which is typically a good thing, but then 30 seconds later it just shuts off. So because I normally I can see you right here.
Oh.
But now I gotta do this. So if I'm looking like this, I'm actually engaging you. I'm not.
Right. It's hard. It's weird. It's difficult.
Yeah.
But you nail it. You're pro.
Did you see Will imitate you the other day?
Yeah.
It's so good.
I laughed. Will he did pretty well.
I would say I haven't heard a lot of people imitate you. So, he's the only guy that I've heard do it.
I've heard a couple other people.
They're strong?
No.
Oh.
One. There's a guy, Drew P. Whiskey. He actually did it he mentioned in passing that he did an impression, and I was like, well, now you need to do it immediately. Don't tell me that you do an impression of me and not do it. Mm-hmm. And then he bombed so bad. But he redeemed himself because he has a 100% spot on Fred Minnick impersonation, to a T. He could call you and tell you that he's Fred, and you'd be like, why on earth are you calling me? Mm. And then he would tell you, and it's still he doesn't do me so well. Will does me pretty well. Drew, not so much. Yeah, see, Drew P, not good. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Curiosity Public's in the house. So, yeah, whiskeytainment.com for more information on Whiskey Weekend. I wanted to get you in here to bring in that, what you call?
Dude, number one, I appreciate the promotion. It's awesome, and we love you for it so dang much. But I'm excited to hang with you for a weekend. I'm also excited we're doing barn night against you. So it's like a competition.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
People don't know. I'm out of focus. Am I in focus still? Is that the problem? Wait a minute. No. My face was still there. Okay, it's way back there. Never mind. Yeah. I've got my bottle already bagged up for the
right.
They do a thing called barn night. Everybody brings a bottle and they pour. This has got to be blind, by the way. It has to be a blind one. I don't want no shenanigans.
No, it's a blind.
Well, no, because when you first started doing them, everybody knew this came from Grease, and then they shat on it.
Well, okay, so you want to do it double blind so we don't know?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Well, it has to. If you drink a glass knowing it came, if I drink a glass knowing it came from Will will come in last place. I do not care.
Right.
If I drink a glass that came from Will and I do not know it came from Will, it won't come in last. It could, it probably would, but
Yeah, there is a lot of people that want to see me win because
I would love to see that, but there's no chance because we set a rule. It was over 101 proof, 107 proof, over 107 proof.
Was it over? Right? Was it 100? No, it was over 100. Yeah, you're right. Over 107.
Yeah, and I've got the winner all bagged up. So,
and that's the only thing, right? It just got to be.
That's it. A bourbon over
a bourbon. It was a bourbon. I'm glad I have you because I don't remember the details, and I need to tell Chad and Sarah. Oh, that's funny.
It's not gonna matter. They can bring whatever.
What if we did just bring whatever? You're the only one that actually stuck to the rules.
If you're watching this and if you don't listen to the podcast, it's the most brilliant, funniest, most ridiculous, awesome whiskey podcast out there. But even if you don't want to start from the beginning or listen to the most recent, there's ones that it's just called Barn Night, and those are my favorite. Like the group of guys that get together with and just talking smack, drinking, seeing who brought the best pour. Grease blending things together that he wasn't supposed to do, and then winning.
Right.
Old Greasy batch 1. Oh my gosh.
You
it's
a soap opera. It's
so good. And then okay, I haven't told you, this is people behind the scenes look at a conversation of me fangirling out. I was driving a bus listening to you guys. I came home from driving a bus one day, and I told my wife, I'm like, you have to listen to this, and she hates when I do that. When I'm like, you got to watch this, she's like, you should shut your face, and I'm like, great idea. So in order for me to go ahead and do that, I have to really be pretty much positive that she's gonna love it, But it was a barn night where you guys are all together, and I can't remember if it was you who said it, or if it was Chris. I can't remember who said it, but you guys always say who's to say? That was a huge joke at the beginning, who's to say? But then one of you said, that's what she said. And just a completely different.
Probably that seems like Chris Thomas. Might have been Joe B.
I thought it was either you or Chris, but I laughed the rest of the day because that's what she said joke it's funny. It made a comeback. Let's face it did. But when you put the spin on it to that's what she said, I couldn't stop laughing. And I say that
I'm vaguely remembering. I don't know.
That's how I say that now. I said it to you on when we talked once before, and you didn't even catch it. And I was like, I totally just took their own joke.
That's what she said. It's just different inflection.
Yeah, inflection. Yeah,
inflection. Is that the word?
Instead of that's what she said,
it's infliction.
Affliction.
I know. Yeah,
it's like an MMA brand.
Yeah, heck yeah, freaking A. Tribal tattoos. Let's go.
Oh, well, I love you, man. Thank you for jumping on.
I know, man. I love you too, dude. You're an awesome guy, and we appreciate all your help on helping us transition over to the YouTubes.
Yeah, if you guys are out there and you're not subscribed to the podcast already, then you're late to the party. They're doing weekly content. They're doing drinking with episodes where they got guests on every week. They're doing
and you were on it, and it was freaking awesome.
It was bad.
Here's the deal. Will and I are in a tough spot because all the people that we've had on, we just want to redo it. Cause it's all right, these were so cool episodes that we just want to start back at with Dixon again, and then it's Bourbon Barn Night. It's Bourbon Night. And then man, it's such a freaking good community. It's so fun. And every one of those shows, like Will and I just got off. I'm like, man, we just really jived with them. It was awesome because you never know if it's going to click, So
yeah, I mean, even if it doesn't, you still enjoy the same thing or you have a common interest, right? So it's not like it can go too far terrible.
Right.
I had a friend one time who was on a live stream of mine. We slapped each other in the face several times because he's like a best friend since we were very little. This was bad. He agreed to get a fighting cock tattoo on his chest if I ever hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Okay, well, that was an easy campaign.
He didn't realize it. I was at like 300 subscribers, and he's like, Liz, I got something to tell you right here. If Matt ever hits 1,000 subscribers, I'll get this logo tattooed on my left chest. But anyway, that guy.
And he got it done, right?
Not yet, because COVID. COVID hit hard, like right when I hit 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, needles and puncturing and yeah.
And like his job and his wife's job aren't like they couldn't.
Got it.
He promises me he will get it done, and I totally believe him. It's just a weird time.
It's also everybody can step back and like, okay.
Oh no, I told him
we can have some grace here too.
Right.
It's
but he's the kind of guy who's like, I agreed to it. I agreed to it and I'll do it. But the reason I brought him up was right before, like, as I said, how bad could it go? But like right before we started, he's like, hey, like, I don't want to like get you in trouble or say something. He's like, can I be me? Or I'm like, oh, say whatever you want. But wait, don't say, like, don't. Like, okay, there are boundaries. Right? And he's like, oh, yeah, I understand that. I'm like, okay, but it can't go that bad. And it didn't go bad. It went actually really well. But yeah, you just never know what you're getting yourself into. But most of the time, it's a lot of fun, great people. And I mean, I've yet to be disappointed with a guest, except for Will a little bit. 10%. It's a joke.
Well, we fixed that tonight. So.
Oh, Abby. Okay. This is all coming together beautifully. Abby, who inks from Chicago, says, you know where to send him for the tattoo. Oh, hell yeah. Are you familiar with the Fighting Cock logo? Get familiar. It's going on his left chest.
Abby, who inks. She's ready to go.
When you get like people start watching your stuff, you have people who do everything.
Oh yeah. Like you can just be like, hey, honestly, I'm actually gonna put it out there right now. There's a leak in my house that we just discovered while we were watching Nate Bargatze, and we don't like
an information leak. That's Alexa probably.
No, like a water leak. So if anybody out there, just contact me. I'm at the Real Grease on Instagram.
Oh my! I saw one of those on the TikToks where it just like filled up with water and then just exploded. Is that you?
Maybe. I don't know. I can't. It's dripping a lot. I don't know what kind of situation we're gonna be in, but it's gonna be fine.
Anybody in the Tennessee area with
plumber experience.
Well, Grease, thank you so much for jumping on. I appreciate the heck out of you.
Oh,
can't wait to see you next month.
And I know you were worried if you were being entertaining or not prior to my arrival, but I just busted up in here and reminded everyone in here that we just want it to be Matt. We're going to step back. But I love you. Thanks for having me, buddy.
Talk soon. Everybody subscribe to the podcast, whiskeytainment.com for Whiskey Weekend Batch 3. Listen to the podcast. And if you don't, then we're no longer friends. Publicly. Love you too. Bye. That was Grease. Grease is the best. I forgot he was coming on. And then I saw his face, and then he was there. And couldn't have been better timing. Grease needs a plumber in Tennessee. That's funny. That my mom's like, that's great. One more cast says turn off the water. That's a great idea. So while I was talking with Grease, I was sipping through these. Number 5 was good. Number 6, I think, is like in the lead right now. I went back to number 4. Number 4, I loved the nose of before, and I still love the nose. But I remember that the palate was not that great. And now I'm coming back to the palate. Let's see if number 4 comes back or if it still sucks. Big time. Wow, that's lemony. That is a lemony bugger from Lemontown. Wow. If that were a used car, it'd be a lemon. 100%. It's got to go in last place. It's not my favorite. I'm so sorry, number 4. You officially have been crowned the loser of tonight. Although your nose is phenomenal. And maybe if I sipped you by yourself, you'd be better. But you are what you are. And not tonight, my friend. Matt J says, how excited are you for Bardstown coming to Michigan? Knock, knock, who's there? Can't wait. From what we were talking about beforehand, I think that there will be some sort of a release party, like an official Bardstown Bourbon Company release party in Michigan. And I'm hoping to be a part of that. They mentioned it before, and I'm totally in. If we do that, can't wait. Cannot wait. And Jeff Meager is in the house. Says, sorry I'm late, Matt. Cheers. Dude, don't ever be sorry for being late. Freaking love you so much. Thrasher's chanting Matt. Oh yeah. Now that gets the juices flowing. That gets the juices flowing. Gree seems like a solid guy. I've never met the guy in person, but everything, I've known him for years. He's only known me for like a month or two, but I love the guy. He seems amazing. Curiosity Public says, I butchered your title of world's top whiskey taster tonight on my live stream. My apologies. You son of a bitch. Hey, if you're going to say it, get it right. If you're going to... I didn't spend that many years in whiskey taster school, medical school, to have you come in here and butcher it. Get it right. If you're not following Curiosity Public, you probably should be. Go and subscribe to Curiosity Public. Friggin' Dutch is the man, and I love him. Kind of a man crush. Little bit of a man crush, no big deal. DMCKY says the Bardstown Roadshow is on the move. Yeah, they're in Florida right now with the trailer. And I think that's the trailer that we're going to use for the world's top whiskey taster tryouts for the second year. The old, what do you call them? Casting call. Wow. My brain is like, I could, you know how people used to run a defragmenter? Is that a word? Defragmenter? Why does it not sound right? Defragger? Whew, that sounds worse. That actually sounds like a bad word. Defragmenter. Sounds like not something you should say. I wish I could defragmenter my brain because it feels like there's just a lot of stuff in there that needs to not be there anymore. Just clean it out. Because it's operating so slow. All right, number 3. Nice. So far, I like 6 a lot, 5 quite a bit, 4 can jump off this table to its death. Number 3. Is great. Oh, I'm dumb head. I wrote down 1 through 6 so I could take notes, so I could remember which one was which. Failed to write a single note. I wonder if 3 was a strawberry cream saver one, because that's kind of what I'm digging that. I'm digging it so hard. Number 3 is good. I think 3 and 6 might have a place. I might have to like battle to the death for first place. Maybe. All right. Auditions. I mean, yeah, casting calls is what I meant to say. All right. This is back to glass number 2. And okay, wow. Number 2 is interesting. Yeah. Orange on here, a lot of orange. Orange, a little bit of nuttiness. A little bit of apple, a red apple. A cinnamon red apple with nutty, orangey, yum yum. Oh yeah. All right, now we're going. Now we're feeling. Now we're going strong. Oh, going back through number 2 is a contender. Number 2 coming in hot, but not that hot. Coming in perfectly hot. Hot enough. I think I like 2. Okay, this is gonna suck because these are all very, very similar. Probably because most of them share the same mash bill from the same distillery, from the same place in Kentucky. It's probably why this is difficult. Cheech says the Bardstown Bourbon Company roadshows in his hood tomorrow. Heck yeah, go there. Do it. Tell him I said hi. Tell him I said hello. My mom was thinking about Thrasher yesterday. Moving along. Okay, I need to... Thrasher, time yourself out. Stop talking to my mom. It's the weirdest. Going to glass number 1. Okay, she had a bird at their house. It made her think of Thrasher because it's a Thrasher bird. Well, the Thrasher I know is kind of a silly goose. So there's that. Number 1 smells great too. Son of a bee. Number 1 is not in first place. Number 1 is not in second place. Number 1 is not in third place, which is interesting. Number 1, great smell, pretty light on the palate. What's going on? What the heck? What in the world? Number 1, I think, has fallen to 5th place. Pretty sure number 1 is out of the running, for sure, and is going to be in 5th place. So sorry, number 1, that is your destiny. I read that. I'm not reading it out loud, but I read it, and you're right. But also, watch yourself. I can't even. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. If it was Trev Wilson, I'd be like terrified. 5? Back to 5. Because what the heck? What did I do to 5? Why is there not anything left? Was I just drinking this when I was talking with Grease or what? What in the world? Whiskey No says, what's the difference in your glasses tonight compared to the Glencairn? Yes. These are made by a different company. They are... I told them I wasn't going to talk about it anymore. But then they emailed me back. And I feel bad. Kind of bad. They're bigger. They hold more. They're not quite shaped as curvy as the Glencairn. It's kind of like... They're crystal footed Scotch tasting glasses. They're less. It's like I don't know. I honestly prefer these for nosing and tasting whiskey. I feel like I get a better nose off these for some reason. They're heavier. They feel better in the hand. Glens are awesome, but for some reason I prefer these. And I don't know. But yeah, these are called, the company is called Viski, Viski. Hopefully I'll be able to like get some sort of discount code through them at some point so that you guys can save some money on them. But yeah, they're Visky crystal footed Scotch tasting glasses, and they feel very nice to hold. You feel very fancy, and if you nose and smell taste out of them, you kind of look like this, like that. Less bulbous, yeah. This sounds terrible, and I'm so sorry because it's bad. I had a joke about these glasses before, and then no, never mind. It was a Brittany joke, but Brittany's gone through a lot, and I will not pile on. I feel like letting no more Brittany jokes ever. And if I hear a Brittany joke come out of any of you, canceled immediately, because yeah, 5. Is that point of tangency the 2 ounce mark? Define tangency, because no idea. Are you talking about like here? Like there? I mean, that'd be really hard to decipher because this is the widest portion of the glass, the widest part of the glass. So it's like where it'd be hard. I don't know to determine, but I think 5 is coming in 3rd place. Pretty sure. And by 3rd, I mean 4th place. There wasn't enough of 5 left for me to like really put. If 5 is one of the best ones, it's because I drank it, because I enjoyed it. And I was talking with Agrees. But the last sip didn't really have a lot going on the palate, for sure. Now I'm off on a tangent. Yeah, breaking the curve. I don't know. I guess I could find out. I just have to find something else out that has a 2 ounce marker on it. Excuse me. The lava lamp vibes. Yeah, it's a little bit of a lava lamp vibe. Can I tell you guys what I was going to do tonight? Which we're getting kind of late. You guys ever do... Whoops, almost dropped that. You guys ever see the Hot Ones episode where it's Truth or Dab, where they basically ask celebrities hard questions, like questions that celebrities would normally lie about? I saw the Burt Kreischer one with Tom Segura, celebrities. And it's like truth or dab. They either have to answer the question truthfully, or they have to take a dab of the really, really hot sauce, the last dab hot sauce. And I was like, that'd be great. For like, this was in my head. I'm like, I couldn't do it too many times because, you can only drink so much. But I was going to do truth or drink, where it was like for a $25 super chat, you'd have to ask me a hard question, something you'd think I'd normally be dishonest about. And I'd have to either answer it honestly or drink. That was a thought of mine. That might happen. Maybe not tonight. Maybe a different night, though. Is that a good idea or a bad idea? Okay, back to number 6. Or drink something terrible. Yeah, there's that too. Malort. Wonder how much Malort it would take to drink to get just accustomed to it. You can't even do math for Dan and Julie now. Geometry? No way. Well, you spelled a bunch of words wrong in there, so suck on that. I can math just fine. You should have seen me trying to, I found out percentages. Oh, Gary Franchi, by the way, if you're still here, thank you for the calculator you sent me. The Excel calculator, you saved me so much time. But I mathed hard before the calculator came. Dave says, let's do it. No, probably not tonight. Nicholas Feltham says not to be a downer, but it could violate terms of service. What could? And in what way? And total fail on that being a downer. Total fail. We don't want to violate terms of service, though. That'd be bad news bears. Showing up late to the show, did Klein have to go to bed early tonight? I don't know. I didn't see him in here. Haven't seen the likes in here, which is sad, but I get it. Everyone has lives. But I love everybody. And if they watch it on a replay, I love you and I missed you a lot. Doing proofs not so sophisticated. For this guy it is. But I figured it out. Six is really good. Six is really good. I like that. Ophidian, 1965. That's not how that works. Number 6 is really, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pick a winner. I have to. 6 is really good. 5. No, this is 3. I like 3 more than I like 6. So I think 6 goes here. And then I have to try number 2 to determine the correct order first through third place. How many samples are you trying, brother? 1 through 6 or a couple more? Probably just these. This is a lot. This is not, it's a lot. So no sense in just, going too far. Been there, done that. But you never know. You never know. That's just me talking right now. Ryan Albritton, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate the heck out of you. George, thank you for suggesting OGT 114. Surprisingly good for the money. It is. It's a nutty bugger, but it's high proof. It's real good. I love it. Dutch out. See you, Dutch. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for chatting. Appreciate the heck out of you. Pay or drink games could be frowned on by the YouTube people. Yeah. I mean, it's not pay or drink. Yeah, I get it. This entire thing is a very slippery slope. But it was truth or drink. And this is just apple juice. So whatever. It's just apple juice. It's really nice, good apple juice. Aged in oak, actually. Yeah, A121. Yeah, Elijah Craig went up in Michigan too, $10. But that's still good, still acceptable, still a great price. All right, number 2 down the hatch. Oh, that's good. Oh, son of a bee. Oh, I like that a lot. That one is pretty nutty, though. It's pretty nutty. Oh, wow. Almost kind of like... It was really good, and then the nuts took over. Do I like it more than number 6, which was currently in third place? It's a little late for apple juice. I drink and eat sugar pretty close to bedtime all the time. No big deal. Hi, Joe. AJ Zelina in his house. Man. 6 drinks very light. 2 drinks. You know, the nuttiness on 2 put me off a little tiny bit, but the overall experience was really good. I'm wondering if it's a proof thing that's making me lean towards me liking number 2 more than number 6. I don't know. I actually don't even know the proofs on these offhand. But I think number 3 is comfortably in first place, I think. 2 things. My 7-year-old and I love the channel. Am I a bad father? Thoughts on Old Forster 1910? You're not a bad father, no. Not at all. You're a good father. You're a good dad. Scott, you are a good dad. I would say that, I mean, my 5-year-old daughter, not a huge fan of my channel. My 3-year-old daughter, not a huge fan. But they'll come around. They'll come around. And I'm happy for your, thank you both for watching, is what I should say. Although, I don't know. I'm no Blippy, that's for sure. Hey, Des F is in the house. Better late than never. Cheers, y'all. Cheers, Des. Friggin' Des. Foulmouth, Massachusetts. Okay, I think 3 is nutty too. I think my winner's nutty. What the heck? I don't know. And now that I just tasted my winner didn't even... Now I'm not even sure that that's the winner. Oh my gosh. Do I need to go all the way back to the back? This is difficult. This is number 1 that's in 5th place. Please tell me I still don't like this as much as number 3, which is in first place. Okay. Well, closer than I like. Closer than I like. All right. I have an order, but I would like to say that this order is not it's not representative of what this order could be. Like, this is just tonight. I do not feel comfortable with this order whatsoever. I think there's probably there's 6, and they're all very oaky. The oak tannins really stick around a lot on the palate. So I think high oaked stuff is more difficult to differentiate than high proof stuff. And high proof stuff can kind of get hard because it's so overwhelming. But oak is overwhelming too. There's like the oak tannins just stay there. So then you taste back and forth, and you're trying to fight through all this friggin' oak, and it's hard. Son of a... All right. I do love saying foul mouth. Is it Falmouth? Is that how it's actually pronounced? Falmouth? Super silly. Look at the way it's spelled and then sound it out. Falmouth. That's not right. Ophidian loves the channel the mostest. It's a stupid channel. It's dumb. I love you. Thank you for watching it. I guess we're going to find out the results. We're going to friggin' find out the results. I'm not confident. I know that I liked the ones at 1 through 3. I liked a lot. 5, I'm not... The 4th place one, I just drank it when I was talking with Degrees. So I think I liked it. 4th most. Super silly. I'm pretty confident that my last place is not the best. And let's find out what it is. The nose on number 4, which is last place, is phenomenal. Oh my gosh. The nose on 4 is ridiculous. But it's it's a lemony bugger. How can... I've never had that much lemon. Friggin' lemon on a bourbon. Like super lemon. Like, what's it called? What's a lemon soda? The Squirt. Smells like Squirt that was aged in an oak barrel with so much alcohol. What Jay-Z Soji? I love Jay-Z. Some of it. Some of his stuff. But I don't know what you're asking. Good night, Cheech. Thanks for coming in. Friggin' love you, dude. Nailed it. All right, good. Citra. Was Citra a soda? All right, one last taste. Wow. Why do I like that all of a sudden? All of a sudden, it tastes really good. Probably because it's really different. I don't know. My favorite celebrity liquor? I don't. The Bourbon Junkies Knob Creek pick. They're kind of celebrities in my eyes. Friggin' love this. I love them. But other than that, I have no idea. All right, let's figure out what's last place. Last place is letter E. Where is my sheet? All right. Where did I put my thing? Oh, I put it up here. I told you I'd forget. I found it. E. Glass 4 is last place. It's a lemony son of a gun. It is letter E, and it is Woodford Reserve's Very Fine Rare. So Woodford came in last. It is apple juice, because that's what we were talking about. And I think it was a proof thing. It has to be. It has to be a proof thing, right? It has to be. Like, it's only 90.4 proof. So it was the lowest proof of the bunch. And this is the thing. Thank you, Dan and Julie, for this bottle, by the way. This was a gift from Dan and Julie. I really enjoyed this by itself, but along with the rest of them, it fell short. But like, why do they have to water them down so much to 90.4? I bet you this would be better at maybe not a much higher proof, but it would probably be better at a different proof. But they make everything 90.4 just because. Like, why do that? Why why limit yourself? Like, do you want to make the best bourbon you can make, or do you want to make 90.4 proof bourbon? Because that's what they're doing. They're like, you know what? It's better at 95 proof. Way better. Maybe the best ever. But it's got to be 90.4. So let's make it suck a little bit more. It's like, why 90.4? Interesting. But yeah, this probably came up short because of the proof. It had to be. It's like 10 proof points lower than the rest. Hey, Joe Espinosa's in the house. Love the videos. Freaking love you, Joe Espinosa. Patrick Starkey, hello from New Zealand. Hello from Michigan. Patrick. Sounds like a dumb radio station. 90.4, the Woodford. In local news, 5th place. 5th place is glass number 1. What? I thought I liked glass number 1. Why did I put it in 5th place? That's good. I think I screwed up here. I don't know. Okay. Jeez. Yeah, from here on out, this is good. This is going to get weird. So maybe my order will be out of order. Unless, of course, it makes perfect sense. This is just how I felt today. But dang, that last sip was good. I like that. Okay, I like all these a lot. I was just trying to pick the best one. Forgive me. So sorry. None of these are bad. I'm just picking the best. Like, they're 15 and 14-year-old bourbons. Of course. Of course they're good. They're really good. Creek water. Terrible name for a whiskey. Creek water. How about you name it not that for me to want it? I mean, cheers to you for trying it. Who goes out on a limb and they're like, you know what? I'll try the creek water. All right, fifth place. Fifth place is letter D. I thought that was an A for a second, but I found out that it's letter D, and letter D is all right. Yeah, son of a bitch. Oh my gosh. I like number one. Wow. All right. I just knew it. I knew that this is hard. Sam Houston was one of my favorite bourbons in 2020, and it just came in fifth place for no reason. Sorry, Sam Houston, 14. You came in fifth place. Why did you do that to me? Why did you do it? So sorry. But tonight, for some reason tonight, it was off a little bit. The nose was great. The palate came up a little bit short. Oh, number one, I'm remembering this from the very first time I sipped it. Number one was the first one I sipped. I smelled it and I loved it. Then when I sipped it, it was very bitter. It was like a little bit over, like the oak tannins were very bitter and a little bit drying on the end, and it put me off a little bit. But going back through them, it must have continued because I still put it in fifth place. So weird. So weird. I thought that would... I knew this was going to end up weird. I was hoping that it wasn't, but I knew in the back of my head that this was going to get all funky and weird. I honestly have a feeling the Knob Creek 15 year is number 2. That's a weird feeling of mine, but that's how weird this might get. Anyway, fourth place. Fifth place of 5 exceptional whiskeys. Fifth place of 6 exceptional whiskeys, pretty much. Adriana, I just missed your comment. I missed it. Get captions for your audio and video. Nah, I'm good. Where did it go? I missed it. I saw your comment. Oh, there it is. Ever just yell at your taste buds when you find out the reveals? Typically no. I haven't done anything like this in a while, so I'm becoming like reacclimated with some of this stuff. I haven't done a 6 whiskey blind flight in quite some time, and especially nothing that's like this complex. Because when you start getting into these older aged bourbons, you really have to start looking past the oak to figure out like what's different. And I was very distracted tonight, to be honest. It's hard when you're trying to talk, and then like the Grease came on, and I love him, and we're just chatting, and it's dang. Yeah, I do yell at my taste buds, like tonight. Stupid idiot taste buds. Whiskey Nose as weird as what we do. Oh, I'm gonna have to watch some more Whiskey Nose videos. I feel like I should. Jeff says, loved your lens video today. Awesome job. Which one? On Patreon, I've been doing a lot of lenses, more of like a behind the scenes kind of thing, because I realized that it's quick, it's easy, and I kind of figured that like I didn't know that like the Patreon community wanted like more behind the scenes of just me, and that's kind of what I've been doing the last couple of days. It's going to continue. But yeah, I had to go pick up a cake, a birthday cake for my daughter today. And my wife told me to go pick it up. And I forgot which store she told me. So I stopped in a few liquor stores first and asked them. And they said that they weren't the store. So eventually found the cake. It's at a grocery store, weirdly enough. Not at the liquor stores. 5. That was on the lens, by the way. That's probably the one you're talking about. Or were you talking about where I was singing Led Zeppelin? I sang a little bit of Led Zeppelin terribly, too. I did that. All right, 4th place. 4th place was glass number 5. Glass number 5 was the glass that I drank when I was talking with Degrees. I think it belongs in 4th place, pretty sure. There's nothing left to it. It is glass C. And glass C is Calumet. Calumet 14. Forgot about that. Okay. Calumet 14 somehow beat out Sam Houston 14 tonight, I guess, by a smidgen, apparently, but that's fine. Weirdly enough, the ones that have Barton products in them, for sure, the ones that carry the aged Barton products didn't do as well tonight, which maybe says something about my palate and what I'm enjoying tonight. Maybe I'm enjoying a sweeter bourbon, which is why I'm picking the Jim Beam bourbons ahead of the Barton and the Woodford, because that's what I did. Doc Swinson is the Jim Beam product. Knob Creek 15 is the Jim Beam product. And what was the other one? Oh, the Old Soul, the Jim Beam product. So for some reason, I put the nutty ones, the ones that had that 15-year weird mash build beam juice, ahead of the rest tonight. Strange. And let me be clear. I have always loved the 15-year Knob Creek. A lot of reviewers, a lot of people have said that they disliked it. I've always been on record saying I really enjoyed it. It's just the difference in people and what they like, for sure. Okay, so 3rd place was glass 6. I really liked this one when I first tasted it, but when I put it blindly against the other two, it came in 3rd place. And glass 6 is letter A, which is Old Soul. Old Soul, which was a gift from Ben Hilton. Friggin' Ben Hilton, thank you so much for that bottle. And by the way, the Sam Houston came from DC. Friggin' DC. Love you, DC. That makes sense. A little bit lighter. My guess was the number 2 was the Knob Creek. So I wonder if that's right. In 2nd place was number 2. And number 2 damn, that's good. That's good. If that's the Knob Creek. Why did I think that was the Knob Creek? No way that's the Knob Creek. It's gotta be. I mean, there's only 2 left. Number 2 is letter B. And letter B is the Knob Creek 15-year. That means that the winner is class F, which is a Doc Swinson's, which makes total sense. I put Knob Creek in second place. Something's up tonight with my palate. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. The Doc Swinson batch 6 is tremendous. Like, a really good. The release number 6 is so good. But so, I mean, it speaks for itself. The way that my palate was working tonight put the sweetness and the nuttiness in front of the other stuff. So, Doc is a bean product? Actually, very good question. It is a 15-year. That's actually very good. I know the Old Soul is. I don't think that they put the mash bill on this. They say that it's a lot of things. It's a 15-year. You know what? It might not be. They don't put the mash bill on it. It just came out in a time where a lot of other 15-year releases came out that all shared the same mash bill that turned out to be Beam. So I'm guessing, unless this randomly was sourced from a different place with a different totes, they just don't disclose a mash bill. So I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be. They're being a little bit vague about where they got it from. It is 18 barrels, 2,664 bottles. Let's see here. How many barrels are in this? Doesn't say. It's like none of them share the same information. They all share different information, which is a pain in the butt. I don't know. Possibly. Breaking stuff. Rumored Dickel. It's definitely not George Dickel. That stuff's not George Dickel. It can't be. Did anybody sing Matt Madness yet tonight? Is it $160 good, Matt? I don't have any idea because I don't know what that means. $160 good to me? Maybe. $160 good to somebody else? Couldn't tell you. Everybody's wallet differs. Everybody's income and bills and expenses differ. That's the hardest question in the world, is if it's worth it. Because I can't. I always say try it before you buy it if it's expensive. And I mean, honestly, don't buy something you really can't afford, because there's no bourbon worth your electric bill if you can't afford your electric bill. If you have like a ton of money just lying around, if you're Scrooge McDuck swimming around in money and $160 is nothing, then yeah, for sure buy it. But there's so much gray area that's a hard question. For sure. Likes, did you call and check on them? I didn't. I've done it before. I've honestly done it before where I'm like, why don't you like me tonight? And then they're like, it's not you, but we don't like you anymore. That's not true. They never said that. And all people have lives. So I get it. Am I going to cry myself to sleep tonight because they weren't here? Oh yeah, for sure. But at the same time, yeah, it's sad. I miss them so much. Scrooge McDuck, why love this channel? All right, guys, let me look through this list here. I want to do this really quick. I've been meaning to do this, and I owe it to all of you so much. You have probably been called an old soul for many years. I don't think I've ever heard that before. Maybe I have. But not for years. What I wanted, whoopsie doopsie. I want to thank my new patrons. With Patreon, we're doing a lot of a lot of what this channel is doing, like the direction it's headed, Patreon is making a lot of the decisions for me as far as like who's included with the new Beagle Rare collaborative thing. And there's going to be an upcoming whiskey YouTube tasting tournament where I have different channels on going head to head against each other. It's a tournament bracket style. My Patreon will be voting on stuff like that too. So thank all of you who are new. And I just want to say thank you to Joe Silva, Mike Dollar, A.L. Robal, Matt Watson, Scott Tilton, Whiskey Wiggle, Brian Kelfy, Josh M., Tom Lynch, Matt Junak, Barrel Strength Gentleman, it's a pretty badass name, Rich Lechner, Christopher Casca, Michael Duzitti, Joe Criscione, Jeff Noller, Will Haynes from the podcast, Love Will, turns out I love Will, Jason F., Joseph Criscione, Jordan, Mark Royland, Scott and Suzanne. Thank you. Those are new tonight. Jordan, Mark, and Scott and Suzanne joined tonight. Thank you so much. Friggin' love you guys. What's Andrew talking about here? What's Andrew saying? Oh, thanks, Andrew Hummel. That means a lot. Matt Porter for president? That would be terrible. Be a bad thing. All right, guys. Mashbill says, hey, peeps. Hey, are you going on after this? Mashbill? Huh? If so, let me know and I'll send people your way. Did the Shark Tank idea ever take off? I never searched for it or came across it, but you pitched it during the Beagle Bear live stream. Yes and no. So we were in Connecticut at the time, and we had a bunch of stuff going on. The idea of Shark Tank kind of just transformed into this new thing. It's kind of the same idea, kind of. So the new old charter thing that's happening, which Patreon is voting on, who's involved, there's going to be 2 bottles that are passed around YouTube. They're going to be altered and changed, tried to make them better, and then there'll be judges at the end. It's kind of like Shark Tank. It's kind of like the Shark Tank idea. It's a little bit different, but it's, I don't know. I have ideas in the shower a lot, and then I have to rethink them and kind of change them around a little bit. I don't know. It's all just a gigantic mess in my head. But at the end of the day, we're doing another old charter project. So there's that, which is nice and good. Mashbill says, no, not tonight. All right. Well, still love you, Stanley Wagner Jr. Freaking love you. Subscribe to Stanley Wagner Jr. at the Mashbill if you haven't. All right, guys. That was tonight. That was a great time. I'm so sorry that this flight turned out goofy compared to what I thought. I didn't know what to think, but if you have the opportunity to do something like this, where you have a bunch of old whiskeys or like 15, 14-year-old bourbons, put them together and watch you get super confused because you're not picking out differences between, you're not like, oh, this one's super oaky and this one's young, or like, these are all old. It's not like they're all high proof. It's like there's something that's in common with all of them. And it's not something you come across all the time. So it's a very good like training session for your palate, I would say. For me, it was very eye-opening. I've never put 6 whiskeys this old together and tried to figure out which one I liked more. It got hard. And that probably flubbed it up a little bit. But that's that. Whiskey No says, let's go live afterwards with Knob Creek. Go live. Do it. Heck yeah, do it. All right, everyone. Still 200 people in here. Freaking love you guys so much. Is there anything else that I didn't talk about that I meant to? Here we go. Next week on the 22nd, what's today, the 20th? Well, 19th. So in a few days, on the 22nd, there will be a video released for an Elijah Craig barrel proof tournament that I'm doing. Josh M from the Minnesota Whiskey Elite sent me a sample or a couple samples of every Elijah Craig barrel proof from A117 through C920. So 4 years of Elijah Craig barrel proof. And we're putting them in a tournament format, and we're going to find out which one is the best format for sure. So the 22nd will be round 1, and then it's just going to be like an additional video every week until the tournament's over. Find out which one's the best. And that's all I got to say about that. Love you guys. Tonight was a lot of fun. Maybe next week I'll come in with more energy. I felt a little lethargic tonight, a little tired, and I'm so sorry. I'll get better. We'll do it better. But until then, I'll think about how. And until then, my name is Matt. This is ADHD Whiskey. And like I always say, keep your head in the clouds, but your mind on Greg Lewis's $5 super chat that says, "What a crazy honest dude. Good job." Nah, just a guy who needs to go to bed after I drink another few ounces of whiskey.